Oh, welcome.
We had a chat.
It is about time.
We were like,
the last time.
We're going to get this belt, Gareth. We really are. We can do this. And now we're on the second one. I'll start the interview for you. Why not?
Well, this is talkSPORT's MMA podcast. I am with the one and only. I call him the Destroyer. I've been to his hometown. I've done the journey with you. I did it for PFL. Was that last year or the year before? We looked into your deep past. I've met your mum.
Yeah.
I know your DNA.
Yeah, you do.
I've been to your house.
Yeah.
It's like a shrine to you.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
You know what's great?
Have you put mum in a bigger place?
She won't move. I've tried everything. She went, Brendan, I am staying here. And I'm like, please, mum, it's time now. Nope, I am staying here. I've got my local shop. I've got this, I've got that. You know what it's like. But I'm glad because the thing is, Gareth, right? I come out here for all my fights now. It's maybe 13, 14 PFL fights abroad. So all these staff that I love, they don't know who Brendan really is. You know what I mean? You know who Brendan is and where I came from and everything about it. So talking to you is different to talking to anyone else here. So that's why I embrace it. I like it.
It's an incredible journey you've been on.
Yeah.
You knew you were one of the very best many years ago.
Yeah.
You never got the resonance you deserved. Mm-hmm. I think you got the financial reward you deserve now. I still feel like there's bigger understanding. Mm-hmm. Yourself, Michael Bisping, Conor McGregor, Dan Hardy, and now latterly Tom Aspinall. I think that's the top five. That's the Mount Rushmore. Leon as well. Yes, there's six.
Yeah.
But are there many, many more? Michael Venom Page, perhaps.
Yeah.
But we can probably get to a top 10 here. But
yeah.
of all of them and of what you've achieved, I think you get the least recognition.
Yeah, agreed.
I want to say in the mainstream in the UK.
Do you know what I feel like? I feel like I'm the underground king. I feel like the thing is, if you know, you know. But if you don't know, you don't know. If that makes sense. Listen, here's what I always tell people to that, because a lot of people do say that. And what I believe is, all I actually care about is the Rick Yattons, the Conor McGregors, the Tyson Furies, the Ilya Toporias, all these people that I speak to, and they're like, and I get respect off them people, Why do I care about eggs on Twitter? You know, that's really what we're alluding to here, isn't it? The random MMA fans, not to call everyone an egg on Twitter, but for me, that's what it is. Unless you're them people, my peers, who are looking down going, yeah, man, you're doing great. Like, message off hat and say that was because of you. You introduced us. Now we're
Of course, we went to the gym.
You remember?
That was amazing that day.
Again.
That was extraordinary that day. I remember the minute you two, I put you together, didn't I?
Now?
No, the minute you two got in each other's company, you met him at the reception of the Hatton Gym, you just hit off like that. I just stepped back and we just started filming, didn't we?
Now me and Bisping do regular podcasts together.
Yeah.
Me and Conor.
Did you get a word in with him or not?
Oh, he's hard, isn't it? He's hard. I love him to death, though. Me and Conor spar now, you know. Peter Yan, been in his Dominic Cruz, all these people that I've trained with now, they all know. So they tell people. So the people within the industry are like, yeah, Brendan's the guy. Then outside of that, it's starting to spread a little bit more. But that's my job now. I'm trying to do more media, trying to push it a little bit more, Gareth. But at the end of the day, the bank balance is great. Yeah, it really is. And I'm trying to do the other side of things to push myself and my branding a little bit further. That's working. But it's only so far you can go, isn't there? Because the other ones out there, they get it done for them, don't they? So here you feel like you kind of have to do it yourself a bit, which I don't mind. And I'm growing with the company. The company's growing and expanding. I feel like I am as well. Still here, about to win my second world title. It's a great time to be Brendan Loughnane.
You mentioned that. Obviously, Kai, your Hawaiian opponent tomorrow night, or it might be tonight when this goes out. He's got an amazing record in a weird way that I think 85% of his fights go to decision. Have you studied that? Have you studied his style? I think it suits him that he's comfortable in the cage. But you're a wrecking ball in there, and you're always looking for a finish, but you're always looking to dominate. Talk to me about him as an opponent and what you know going into the contest.
Yeah, well, listen, it's hard in these because they're so close together, the fights, Gareth. It's a different ball game in here. I tell everyone. That's why I do get the respect from these people. They're like, wait, how many times are you fighting in 6 months? Like, it's absolutely nuts. It's unheard of in MMA to be in this type of environment. And I'm thriving in here. So to be able to thrive in an environment like this and be on course for your second world title, it takes a special type of human to do this. But touching back on Kai's a great fighter, 14-5. You know, another great fighter.
12 decisions in those 14
Gareth
wins.
just loves the decision, doesn't he?
I just think it's unusual.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to give too much away, but
No,
me
no,
too.
you mustn't give it all away.
But
we're going to be there tomorrow night, live into the broadcasts on talkSPORT while this fella does the business in the cage.
Yeah, but touching back on that, let's do a little MMA maths. We've shared 3 common opponents, me and Kai.
Mm-hmm.
They are Bubba Jenkins, who are finished.
Yep.
And he fought, and I think Bubba won, personally. I've said this all in the media, I do. Second one was Justin Gonzalez. He beat him, and I finished him. And then the third one was Pedro Carvalho, who I finished in just over a minute. And he really struggled with him too. So if we're doing MMA maths, then that's how it should go. But MMA maths don't work in tournaments because it's back to weight cuts to damage. Everything plays a part. So looking forward to it. He's a great fighter, Hawaiian, you know, local around here. Everyone knows him. Another name for me to beat. Come over from Bellator. I'm excited for it.
You're very involved. We've started this YouTube channel. We've got a boxing YouTube channel at talkSPORT. You're involved with Adam doing the regular podcast on our MMA channel. It's really important that mainstream outlets like talkSPORT get behind mixed martial arts, isn't it?
I mean, I'm about to take your job soon, I reckon.
I doubt it.
Hey, I reckon I'm not far behind.
Yeah, but you need to grow. Hang on a minute. What do you mean you're taking my job? You'd have to put me down and submit me to take my job. I know you, and you're too busy.
I've got my foot in the door at talkSPORT now, mate. It's only a matter of time, I've heard.
I'm happy for you to work alongside me.
I'll take that. We'll take that one.
But how important is it that we get behind? We're talking about this because we're in an incredible period of growth for the sport. People are embracing it. It doesn't matter. Years ago, we used to say, how do we get it into the mainstream? It doesn't actually matter anymore because it's got a fan base. Younger people are coming to it the whole time. Our skill sets of our fighters in the UK are growing. You're testament to that. I mean, you live all over the world. You're in Dubai half the time. You're in Thailand half the time training. You're all over the place. But we do need to get behind our fighters, don't we? Because there are still when you've gone in a couple of years' time or a few years' time, we need to support that conveyor belt of talent coming.
No, I agree. When you first started this and I first started it, wow, it was a job trying to sell this sport.
It was dirty cage fighting. People turned their nose up at it.
Do you know my first couple of fights were like people smoking cigarettes and blowing them into the cage? That's what it was like. I'm not even lying.
I go back to the days of boxing with cigars at York Hall, sitting ringside, by the way.
So you're looking at 2 fossils here. I've been in this. We've been in this from the day one. But it's a lot easier to sell now. Everyone wants to know about MMA, don't they? It's a growing sport. Still the fastest growing sport, in my opinion. It's really catching on. Like, I've even noticed it with kids now. You know, like when you was kids, you want to be Triple H or The Rock. Now people want to be John Jones. We're like, I want to be John Jones. I want to be this Connor. And so that's just shows how far it's come. It's still rising. Get behind the English talent. Get behind the world talent in MMA. You know what I mean? Like, push this thing. This thing is growing. And, like you say, I'm not going to be around much longer. Bisping and all that, they're the predecessors. They set the stall out. And it's all going great. This is the golden age of mixed martial arts. And me and Tom and Leon and Dan and all these people that you alluded to, we were like kind of pillars. Yeah. And now look at, the young talent, Dakota and Lewis and all these people that are in the PFL. And then you go to the UFC, the Mohammeds and all that. Well, not anymore, but Mohammed and all these type of guys. Now you're just looking at a massive influx of talent from the UK. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we are like up there. Like if it was the Olympics, we'd definitely be in the top 3.
4 or 5.
I had top 3. Do you reckon?
I think the Eastern European countries would do really well.
Yeah, Brazil.
Brazil. Because of the ground game, notably, and they're very tough. But we are seeing people. I was at Bare Knuckle the other day, and loads of really tough in Cardiff. Loads of tough kids from the valleys. Tough communities create fighters, and the world. We've still got tough communities. Before I lose you, because you've got to go and do your weigh-in. Yep. You smell good, by the way.
Thank you, mate.
The three quick picks. Francis Ngannou against Renan Ferreira. In Riyadh, October the 19th, what happens?
I don't know, Gareth. It's a tasty one.
Is it a shootout?
It's a tasty. Whoever lands first.
Yeah.
You've got what is he, 6'8" and does backflips? I won't want to be fighting.
That's the Brazilian.
Yeah. And then you've got Ngannou who just punches people into like next levels, like punches people into other dimensions. So
right, so you're not very good broadcasting there because you sat on the fence, you got splinters in your arse.
Who then?
So who am I saying?
Right, thank you. It's not easy.
Here's what I actually think. I think the fact that Francis will have been out of MMA for 33 months and he got that knockout from Anthony Joshua. May just work on his mind a little bit. I'm going for Ferreira, but I think it'll be cagey early on. But I think Ferreira's got more game in him. But who knows? A jab could change it. Yeah. One jab could change that.
There we
fight.
go. Like, that's a shootout. You're absolutely correct. One lance from any man. Whoever lands first, it's over.
We're here at the PFL event, but I'm going to ask you about a couple of boxing matches, just very quickly. Anthony Joshua against Daniel Dubois at Wembley on September the 21st. How do you see that one going?
Dubois did surprisingly well against Usyk.
And Hrgovic.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a, you know what I mean? He's undercover, that fella. Anthony Joshua looks better than ever, though. We can't look past Anthony Joshua at the minute with Ben Davison, honestly. What a combination. Anthony Joshua all day for me on that one. But it's a very good fight. Very, very good fight, though.
So he didn't pick that one either. Broadcast career is going down the pan at the moment. He did. He just about eked and squeezed that out.
I'm trying to sell the fight.
Do you know what I like about this fella? I'm trying to wind him up, and he's just about to go in front of and weigh in like literally an hour's time at the arena, the Anthem Arena. No, I am holding you up now. Finally. And I know you're friends with Tyson Fury, as I am. I've known him a long time. You've been very close with Tyson. You've been a great support to him to you. I think you've even sparred him, haven't you?
No.
A little bit of body tickling? No.
I've been out with him on the lash. That's about it.
Tyson Fury, say no more. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk in December 21st back in Riyadh. How do you see the second one?
Glad you asked me this one. Honestly, I seen Fury was running away with that fight at one point. He really was. He was tickling the body nice. He was picking it nice.
7th round up to the 7th round. I agree.
Kind of just switched off.
Yeah.
I think I think he's going to get in the rematch. He's going to realise where he switched off at the last one. He's going to keep his composure and he's going to outbox Usyk in the rematch. And that's not just because Tyson's my mate. Well, it is at the same time. But I do genuinely believe that's what's going to happen. He was picking him off nice. Like you say, the 7th. I didn't remember the exact moment, the exact round.
Well, he got his nose hurt in the 8th, and in the 9th he was really hurt, and he was like a skyscraper about to go down, wasn't he? And then he got the standing count.
I think he holds composure this time. Maybe even goes southpaw for a little bit himself. Keeps him on the end of the jab. Them nice body shots that were going in. I think Tyson gets it done this time.
Did you notice with the signs here? I've been slowly moving him over, like this, edging him out of my seat. Listen, you've been watching the talkSPORT MMA YouTube channel. Absolute privilege that you allowed us this time before you weigh in. We're live tomorrow night from the event. I'll be doing updates, and this fella's going to get the job done. Thank you, Brendan.
Good to see you, Gareth. Well, this is mine nowadays. Anyway, hey, I'll take over from here, Gareth. Don't worry about it.
Go on. Cheers, brother.
Bye, guy.
Always lovely to see you.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.